Yetta, what type of listening would you like me to do?
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward together with the Decker team.
We're excited that we've been able to provide for you, created for you, over 503 episodes of Life's Inside Track, where we share insider tips on real estate, as well as building wealth, how to make a house home, and really just how to live the best life possible. And the great news is you can get access to them from home, from office, or even on the go. Just don't watch us while you're driving. That's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
That's a good disclaimer.
Yep.
What are you talking about? What kind of listening do I want? I just want you to listen, buddy.
No, but you need to tell me what type. Because many times I get in trouble for the type of listening that I do.
So in this episode, what we're going to discover and explore a little bit is what are the types of listening? And there's probably more than what we're going to discover, but we'll at least start discovering what type of listening we might be tuning into or you might be choosing.
Right. So I could listen to you for appreciation.
I like when you do that.
Like I appreciate fine music or poetry. And I could just be,
or the fine words that Yetta has to say.
That's right. The words you invent and the ones that I don't know the meaning of, that the Lord gave you in the middle of the night. And I go, what kind of word is that? And I look it up and you've got the definition perfect. And I go, that's just weird.
It works.
Yeah. So there's that listening of appreciation. My favorite kind of listening?
Oh, I know. No. Let me say what it is.
Okay.
Because if it's your favorite, it's listen to provide a solution.
Yes, 100%.
Problem solve something.
Yeah, because no guy comes to me and tells me a problem without him expecting me to offer my best solution.
Right. I come to you often and I'm not looking for a solution.
Then why tell me your problem?
I want you to appreciate where I am, understand me. So I think that one's more the understanding.
Okay, so you want me to listen for understanding in that case.
Yeah.
And empathy, maybe.
And sometimes empathy. Or we could even listen for the purpose of learning something.
So sometimes all I got to say is, oh, that sounds hard, rather than give you the solution.
Yes, you know that. You know that. Maybe you too have experienced where somebody is listening, they're full on, and you accuse them of not listening. And it's not because they're actually not listening. It's because they're not giving you the type of listening you would like. So although in lots of relationships, if they're more surface relationships, if we're on social, if we're in a social gathering, I'm not going to come up to you and tell you how to listen to me. And in a more intimate relationship, in somewhere where we are deeply connected, then I think it's a really helpful, it has been really helpful for us, and it may be for you as well, to advise or request the type of listening you're looking for, because we're all capable of all types.
Yeah, or like listening to learn.
Yeah.
Now, you typically know when you're listening to learn because you've paid for a course, or you're in school, or you're watching a YouTube on how to fix the dishwasher. So I'm listening
or fix the vent
to learn. Yeah, to fix the vent from clicking. I'll have to watch a YouTube on that one. But many times we don't listen to learn when we should be.
When it would be helpful,
advantageous
right?
to us,
right?
Because it's not generally in a learning environment like the classroom. Many of the best lessons are learned when you're just having a conversation with somebody. And a while back, you transformed.
Well, I didn't do the transforming because it wasn't my life that was transformed.
That's true. You were a catalyst.
I was a catalyst. And so a really amazing friend and client and business owner in the city, we were having a conversation and sharing ideas and developing content. And just, it was a really robust, awesome conversation. And he has brilliance. He is creative. He is astute. He has ideas that blow my mind. And at some point, I realized that all his brilliance was brilliant, except what was getting in his way is he couldn't see past, or hear past, I think is the right word, his own brilliance. So I actually knew him well enough. So I won't do this to everybody. If you don't give me space in your life to do this, I mostly don't do
Are
this
you sure
anymore.
it wasn't on the first visit with him?
Doesn't matter. We were pretty intimate quickly.
Well,
it was like an 8-hour visit.
Yeah, but it was the first visit.
Okay,
Come on,
but
tell
he
the
gave
truth.
me the space.
He
He did. Okay, maybe he
You
didn't,
took the
but I
space.
took the space. That still happens once in a while.
But he was
Less
open to
often.
learning.
He was open to learning. And so I simply said, I love your brilliance. I love the insight. I love your creativity. It's incredible. And you're having a hard time hearing anything anyone else is saying. You can't hear anything I'm saying. You're just plowing right over it. So we're not having a dialogue. We're just having a one-way conversation. And I wonder how much that might be getting in the way of your business growing the way you want it to. And he looked, he listened, he was gracious. He didn't run out of my house. It was good. And when he got in the car, and we were just chatting about this like a couple of days ago. That's why it's fresh. I didn't even know the impact that it had.
Yeah,
And
because that was multiple years ago.
7, 8 years ago, probably.
A couple of children ago
3,
for them.
yeah, lots of kids ago. And he looked at me and he said, when I got in the car, I said to my wife, is she making any sense to you? Did what you had to say actually land? And his wife gave him one of those wife looks.
Those knowing looks like, thank goodness she told him.
Because he hadn't been listening to her. And she said, yeah, I think she kind of hit the mark. And what ended up happening is he took it to the Lord. He took it in humility, because if we're not humble, if we're not open, if we're not curious, when somebody challenges us with what we perceive as a blind spot, because he wasn't out not to listen to me. That wasn't his intention. And he has discovered what it was, but that's his news, not mine. And what he realized is he couldn't hear me. And what's happened for him now is his business has exploded. And he said, actually, Yetta, when I go to most of my business meetings now where I have a creative session, I'm the last one to speak. I listen to everything that's in them. I let them share what's up for them, what they already know. I let them have pauses so that they can actually get present to what's already there. Like what's already inside. Because have you ever found that when somebody tells you what you're thinking and what's up for you, often you can't hear it because you needed to discover it for yourself, not be told it by someone else.
Mm-hmm. And this is a good chance to mention our 31 life step journey. If you're finding that some of the content that we're giving is useful, but you go, oh, well, how do I implement that? What life step do I take to improve my life, to make it even better than it is? Then jump on our website, doubledecker.life, and look up the 31 life step journey. It's got 31 videos with fabulous content.
Oh, you're calling it fabulous?
I'm calling it fabulous. You know what? You know how we record it, right? Many times we record things on video and then we don't go back and watch them. Well, we took the class that we teach.
The beta test.
The beta test.
Yeah,
we
a couple
took
years
it,
ago.
then we retook it, and now I've rewatched all the videos, and you know what? We're surprisingly good. It's really good. So anyways, you might want to explore that.
Yeah. So if you're open to hearing what your life could do to make it even better, if you don't tune in with some curiosity, with a little bit of humility and a little bit of openness, you're probably not going to hear it, even when it's there.
Mm-hmm. It's our privilege to move along this journey with you because we're passionate about helping ourselves and others position themselves for generational legacy.
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward together.